Good day, everyone. Let's proceed to another topic for research. In any research study, understanding the factors that can change or influence outcomes is very important. So these factors called research variables. Variables are qualities, characteristics, or properties of people, things, events, or situations that vary from one subject to another. So by identifying and measuring variables, researcher can study relationship, test the hypothesis, and find meaningful events. Variable can be measured quantitatively, which is using the number, or qualitatively using descriptions, and they form the foundations of every research investigations. So our topic for today, let's talk about research variables. These are the table of contents. We have the meaning or the definitions of variables and the different types of variables. Let's proceed to the research variables. Research variables are the qualities, characteristics, or properties of people, things, events, or situations that can change or differ from one subject to another. They are the elements that the research studied to see how they vary and how they might affect outcomes. So variables can be measured in two main ways. Quantitatively, which is using the numbers such as scores, accounts, or amounts, and qualitatively using descriptions, categories, or observations. So in short, the variables are the things in research that can change and can be studied to understand patterns, relationship, or effects. These are the kinds of variables. We have the explanatory variables, extraneous or exogenous variables, abstract variables, dichotomous variables, active variables, and attribute variables. So, isa-isahin natin bawat kinds of variables so that you will easily understand each variables. First one, we have the explanatory variables, are the variables in the study that the researcher focuses on because they help explain the phenomenon under the investigations. They are the factors that vary or take on different values and show the directions of influence, how they may cause or affect changes in other variables. So in example, in a study in how hours of sleep affect students' performance, the explanatory variables is the hours of sleep because it is the factors being studied to see its effect on performance. So, in simple terms mga anak, explanatory variables are the cause or influencing factors in research. So, these are the types of explanatory variables. We have the independent, dependent, intervening, and moderator variable. Okay, let's try to understand the independent and dependent variable. So, independent variables are the factors in a study the researcher can manipulate, control, or categorize to determine whether they have an effect on another variable. So, they are considered the cause or influencing factors in the research study because changes in the independent variable are expected to produce changes in the dependent variables. So essentially, the independent variables answer the questions, what do I think will affect the outcome? For example, mga anak, in a nursing study investigating how different teaching methods affect the student performance, the teaching method is the independent variable because it is what the researcher changes or applies to see its effect. Independent variables are also referred to experimental, treatment, causal, or stimulus variable, especially in experimental research, highlighting their role as the cause that influence the outcome under investigation. So, proper identifications and control of independent variables are essential for ensuring that the study results accurately reflect the relationship being tested. While in the dependent variables are the outcomes or results that the researcher measure in the study to see how they are affected by the independent variables. So they are the called dependent because their value depends on or changes in the response to the independent variables. Essentially, the dependent variables answer the questions, what do I want to measure? So for example, in a nursing study, examining the effect of different teaching methods on student performance. So the student performance is the dependent variable because it is the outcome being observed. So being dependent variables are also referred to as a criterion, effect, response, or outcome variables, highlighting that they capture the main interest of the research and reflect the effects of the factors being studied. So properly identifying and measuring the dependent variables is crucial for ensuring that the study conclusions are valid and meaningful. Okay. The independent variable is the factor that the researcher changes, controls, or categorizes to see what effect it has. And then the dependent variable is the outcome or the result that is measured in response to the change in the independent variables. So in simple terms mga anak, the independent variables causes or influences the dependent variables. Okay? Pag sinabi nating independent variable, that is the cause. Okay? Ang sinasagot natin dyan, what I change or control. At pag sinabi naman nating dependent variable, that is effect. So, ang tanong natin, what I measure as a result. Okay, ulitin natin in Tagalog. Yung independent variable, that is sanhi. Ibig sabihin, binabago o kinokontrol. Okay. Yung dependent variable na bunga, sinusukat ko bilang resulta. So that is independent and dependent variable. Okay? Okay. Okay, let's see the example plus on your screen. So the effect of the study habits on the academic performance of senior high school students. So the study habits are the cause, okay? While the academic performance is the effect that changes the depending on those habits, okay? Next one, impact of social media usage on the self-esteem of adolescents. So the amount or type of social media use is the cause, while esteem is the effect that may increase or decrease. Okay? And then the relationship between sleep durations and cognitive performance of college students. So sleep durations, that is asking how many hours they sleep, is the cause. While cognitive performance, that is thinking ability, focus, or memory, is the effect being measured. Okay, another one, the effect of different teaching strategies on the learning outcomes in mathematics. So teaching strategies like group work, lecture, or games are the cause, while learning outcomes, that is student performance in math, are the effect. And another example is influence of physical exercise on the stress level among working adults. So physical exercise, that is how often or what types, is the cause, while stress level, either high or low, are the effects that may improve or worsen. So yan po na how to determine the independent and dependent variable. So let's have some activity. Okay, so here on your activity, identifying the independent and dependent variable. So ang instruction ko lang dyan na, please take time to read each item carefully. So identify the independent variable and dependent variable in its title. So write your answer on a short coupon band. It should be handwritten and submit it to me on Monday, September 15. Okay? So there are 5. Number 1, the effect of online learning platform on student engagement during virtual class. 2, impact of fast food consumptions on the body mass index of the university students. Third one, the relationship between parenting style and social skills of elementary pupils. And then fourth one, social skills of elementary pupils as influenced by parenting style. Fifth, concentrations level of students while study as affected by the music genre. And sixth one, job satisfaction of employee in private companies in the relation to leadership styles. Okay, so you can answer this one. Okay, let's proceed to the third types of variable, which is the intervening variable or the mediator. Are variables that are explain the relationship between the independent variables and the dependent variables. So they act as a middle link or mechanisms that shows how or why the ID affects the DV. Okay. Ulitin ko, mechanism that shows how or why the independent variable affects the dependent variables. So in other words, an intervening variable helps clarify the process or pathway through which the independent variables produces an effect or an effect on the dependent variable. For example, in a study of how student habits, which is the independent variable, affect the academic performance, that is dependent variable, so student motivations could be an intervening variables. So it explains why good study habits lead to the better performance because motivated students use their study habits more effectively. In simple terms, mga anak, intervening variables help researcher understand the how or why behind the cause and effect relationship in the study. Okay? Next one, we have your moderator variable. Are factors that affect the strength or directions of the relationship between the independent variable and the dependent variable. So they help answer the questions when or for whom the relationship is stronger, weaker, or different. So example, in a study habits and in academic performance, socioeconomic status could be a moderator variable. Okay, kasi yung independent variable natin dyan, that is study habits, and the dependent variable is the academic performance. So the effect of the study habits on performance may be stronger for students with high socioeconomic status compared to those with low socioeconomic status. So in a simple term, a moderator variables changes how or under what conditions the independent variable affects the dependent variable. So helping researchers understand the context of the relationship. Okay. Indicators are the specific signs, measures, or criteria that researchers set to clearly show what a variable means in the study. Okay. They make the variables easier to measure and analyze, whether in number, which is quantitative, or descriptions, that is qualitative. So by defining indicators clearly, the researcher avoids confusions, conflicting results, or error in the interpretation. So you can see, flash on your screen, the example of variables. We have the nursing care, and the indicators there is the level, categories, or method. In nursing education, it can be baccalaureate, associate, new, or old curriculum. And emotional distress, example here, the indicator extent of degree, mild, moderate, severe of the emotional distress. Okay. Another types of variables, we have your extraneous or exogenous variables. Are factors that are not the main focus of the study but can still influence the result because they may affect the relationship between the independent and the dependent variables. So researchers need to control or eliminate them to ensure that the findings accurately reflect the true effects being studied. Okay? So in its example na lang natin, in a study effect of learning methods, that is on the student performance, sleep quality or home environment could be the extraneous variables. So they influence performance even though they are not part of the main research focus. So in short, extraneous variables are extra factors that need to be managed so they don't distort the study result. And there are two types of extraneous variables. We have the organismic and environmental variable. Pag sinabi nating organismic variables, factors related to the physiological, psychological, or demographic characteristic of the people being studied that could influence the study outcomes. So these variables describe who the participants are and can affect how they respond in a research study. So example natin dito na, we have your age, sex, civil status, educations, employment, height, weight, ethnicity, and religion. So in short, Organismic variables are personal attributes of the study subject that may impact the results and should be considered or controlled in research. We have your environmental variables, factors in the surroundings or context that can influence the phenomenon being studied. So they can include the social, economic, cultural, and physical aspect of the environment that may affect the outcomes of the research. So example here, the climate, organizational setup, or hospital setting, home environment, government consumptions, and family compositions. In short, environmental variables are external factors that can impact the result of the study and should be considered when designing the research. Okay, another types of variables, we have the abstract or continuous variables. These factors that can take on many different values and are measured quantitatively. They are often analyzed statistically to test the hypothesis and are commonly used in almost all types of research study. Example na no, yung age. So yung values can range from 0 to 100. Yung blood pressure, values can range from 120 to 80 to 180 to 110. So in short, continuous variables are measurable quantities that can vary widely among students or among subjects, are essential for statistical analysis. Okay, let's proceed to another types of variables. We have dichotomous variables, factors that have only two possible values and are often used in comparative studies. So they are clearly defined in the hypothesis and help researchers compare outcomes between the two distinct groups. So example, we have your smoker and non-smoker, pregnant and non-pregnant, male or female. So in short, dichotomous variables are either or factors that allow researchers to make clear comparisons between the two categories. We have your active variables. In the active variables are factors that researcher creates, assign, or manipulates to study their effects. They are commonly used in experimental research, where the goal is to test how different conditions or treatments influence outcomes. Example, testing drug type A versus drug type B on a blood pressure. An experimental group receiving a specific solutions for control X, a control group receiving a different solution, control Y. So in short, active variables are the manipulated causes in an experiment that allow researchers to observe their effects on the dependent variables. And then we have your attribute variables, are the pre-existing characteristic of the study subjects that the researcher observe and measure without manipulating them. So these variables may or may not directly influence the phenomenon under the study, but they provide important information about the participants. Example, the age, height, weight, and health beliefs. In short, attributes variables are inherent traits or qualities of the subjects that helps describe the populations and may affect the research outcomes. Okay, we have the univariate variables and multivariate variables. Pag sinabi nating univariate variables, this involves only one variables being studied or analyzed at a time. It focuses on describing or understanding the single characteristic or outcome. While in the multiverse variable, this involves two or more variables studied simultaneously to examine the relationship, interactions, or combined effect. In short, pag sinabi nating univariate, that is one variable, simple analysis. Pag sinabi nating multivariate, that is multiple variables, looking at relationship or combine the effects. Okay, in summary mga anak, research variables are the key elements that researchers study to understand how things change and affect each other. Knowing the types of variables such as independent, dependent, intervening, or extraneous help researchers design their studies correctly, measure outcome accurately, and interpret results effectively. So mastering the concept of variables is essential for conducting valid and reliable research. So this is the research instructors, and thank you for listening. Have a good day.